You won't believe how much a Fresnel lens can make a difference when used as a light modifier for your lights. Check this out. So here we are on a bright sunny day with a 100-watt light. Yes, George, with a 100-watt light. By the way, this is the Cinepeer CX100, a bicolor light with an inbuilt battery, but we will get back to it later. This is with the light on, and this is with the light off. But if we put the Fresnel lens on the light, then this is how bright it gets. This is without the light, and this is with the CX100 and the Fresnel lens. By the way, I'm using a Nanlite FL20G Fresnel lens. I will drop the links for the light and the Fresnel lens in the description if you want to check them out. But you don't necessarily have to get this Nanlite Fresnel lens. Just consider the idea of any Fresnel as a light modifier because they often are overlooked. Today I will share my experience and how a kit like this has been useful during video production. The Fresnel lens focuses the light, so instead of going in every direction, it becomes focused onto a small circular area. And while focusing the light, it also makes it much brighter. So instead of spread light, you will have it all concentrated into a spotlight. And with this Nanlite Fresnel lens, I'm able to adjust the beam angle by rotating this barrel. For example, on 10 degrees, it will be more narrow and brighter than on 45 degrees. Also, you can go further and shape the light with these barn doors. I bet you already can imagine the use cases. And I personally like that using a light modifier like this can replace much bigger and more expensive lights. Plus, more powerful lights would need an extra power supply. Or if a battery-powered light, it can get really expensive fast. But at the same time, I can use this setup with a 100-watt light and the Fresnel lens, that is around $350 in total. Sure, there are downsides to a kit like this as well. One, the light can run only for around 30 minutes on full power, but at the same time it can be charged with a power bank, and that could extend the runtime. Two, you have to have this light and Fresnel lens relatively close for it to be effective. Like with any light source, if you have it too far away, it will not illuminate the subject as much. So far I have had great results for portraits and close-ups when the light has been a couple of meters from the subject. And three, while you can get a relatively powerful source of light, it is still a spotlight, meaning with the Fresnel alone, you can't cover wide areas. Plus, the light itself is quite harsh because there is no diffusion used in front of it. Also, you have to be careful with the Fresnel lens itself because it gets hot when used at a long period of time. The front glass should not be touched, and once you stop using the light, just let it cool for a moment. While we wait for this light and Fresnel lens to cool down, you can hit that like button if you feel like this video deserves it. Thanks. Now about the pros. I find the Fresnel lens is really useful when lighting portraits and close-ups. You can get creative with the angle from which you light the subject. For example, while a reflector can be used to bounce back the sunlight from a specific angle, you can use this setup from any angle. Plus, it is harder to keep the reflector in the exact place in windy conditions. With a combo like this, well, you have more control of the light. Plus, those reflectors are not that effective when the clouds cover the sun, but you can still adjust the brightness and keep your project rolling when using a light. Leave a comment and let me know if you're getting any value from this video so far. Previously, I used the Nanlite Forza 60B with a Nanlite FL11 Fresnel lens, and that has helped me to achieve good looks in morning and evening scenes. The Forza 60B is a 60-watt bicolor light, and the FL11 Fresnel lens is much smaller in size. So while they are compact and easy to carry when going to a location, there is less light output and it will limit usability. However, given the circumstances, they can be really effective as well. Meanwhile, a combo like the Cinepeer CX100 and Nanlite FL20G can be used during brighter conditions. By the way, the CX100 will need an adapter so it can be used with the Bowens mount accessories. And sure, there is no way it can outperform the sunlight, but I have used it when filming commercials and social media content for our clients. You can reduce the shadows on your subject while the sky is clear, use it as a backlight or mimic sun reflections, and light the subject while standing in a shadow area or while the clouds have covered the sky. And it has been convenient to use the light either handheld or on a light stand. Now, about the CX100, I wouldn't call it a professional light since it has a couple of drawbacks. For example, it is hard or even impossible to repeat the exact same color temperature and brightness twice, but it is a good option for those who are looking for a compact, battery-powered 100-watt bicolor light. But if you want to know more about the Cinepeer CX100, then watch this video next. I will see you in the next one. Ciao.